What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, this Digimon news just does not stop coming. In a minute we're going to enter a right quiet period. But we've been going through all of the cards from Ultimate Power, and the leaks have been going for a little while, but that's accelerated lately. We've had those new FAQs that we've been dealing with, going through all of the new rulings, etc. And now that promo pack that I told you the other day, that's gone and been revealed as well. I told you there were 8 cards coming in the promo pack. Well, we now know what those 8 cards are, and there are 4 black, there are 4 purple, and they are all the same. Doesn't matter how many you get, you will get 8 identical cards. So now that we know what these 8 identical cards are, we should probably have a chat, and we might as well start off having a little bit of a chat about black. These are all brand new cards. They are all exclusive to this particular pack. So let's start off having a little bit of a look at Keramon. Now, of course, we have already seen one Keramon before. There was one in Ultimate Power. If we start off with the stats of this particular one, we got 3 cost to play normally, 0 cost to evolve, 2,000 power, which is slightly on the weekend, but it is actually directly in line with the one from Ultimate Power. And this one has an inheritable skill that gives you an extra 1,000 power on your opponent's turn. That's what it does. If it's your opponent's turn, you get yourself an extra 1,000 power. And here's the thing, right? This really depends on whether you're playing Diaboromon or not. Diaboromon's got that awesome skill whereby when you attack with it, you get to summon a little token which is a new Diaboromon, but it's only got 3,000 power. Now, if you're playing that, then Keramon lets you draw a card every time you do it, and I don't see why you would ever go for this new Keramon over that one. In a non-Diaboromon deck, the extra 1,000 power could be good. I still don't think it's phenomenal. I think a lot of the time I'd rather have the draw power. There's a million other things that can give you extra power. Extra draw is not something we get very much of, but I tell you what, it's nice to have the option. The next one we can have a little bit of a look at is Chrysalimon? Let's go for that. Not loving the pronunciation of this one. But what we've got is a 4 cost to play normally, 2 cost to evolve, 5,000 power, level 4. One thing that's really cool here, you get a level 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you essentially get 1 evolution line rolling up, which I really do very much appreciate. In terms of stats here, for a level 4, this is fine. The 2 cost to play normally is basically what every level 4 has. Or is this Chrysalimon? It might be Chrysalimon. That might be who this is. Let's go for that, shall we? Either way, it is slightly cheaper and more powerful than the one in Ultimate Power. So we're going to need something good here. Now, we've actually got 2 skills, and I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, it's one of these cards we've seen a million times before. It's got blocker, and when you attack, you lose 2 memory. The first 3 colors, your blue, your yellow, and your red, they all got these back in the starter decks. Chrysalimon, for instance. And then green got Woodmon in New Evolution, and I don't know why black didn't get one in Ultimate Power, I'll be honest with you. But they're making up for that here. Is it a little bit mean putting this into a promo pack? Maybe. What I will say is it's actually 1 cheaper to play than the other blockers, but it is also 1,000 power less, so I'll leave that one up to you. The fact of the matter is we need blockers. But not necessarily in black. Black have got a whole bunch of blockers all the way up to Wargreymon. We actually got a level 3, 4, 5, and 6 blocker for black in Ultimate Power. So whereas an awful lot of these, and actually Machine Dramon also had blocker, so there's another level 6. And actually, yeah, black is not hurting for blocker. Black has an awful lot of blockers. Did we need another blocker? Arguably not. Is it a bad thing that we've got one? Definitely not. Yeah, sure. We need some other stuff here occasionally, but the fact of the matter is, blocker lets you redirect an attack from another Digimon or from yourself/security to the Digimon. I'm kind of alright with this, ladies and gentlemen. I am kind of alright with this. I'm just a little bit weirded out that this type of blocker, which was in the starter decks and then in all of the others, you know, in sets, I don't know why Black came out as a promo. Maybe they'll get one that is one more expensive and 1,000 power more powerful in the next set. Infermon then, what do we see? We got a 7 cost to play normally, 3 cost to evolve, 7,000 power level 5, which if we compare with the one in the set, is 1,000 more powerful. It's literally the same stats except it gains 1,000 power, so straight off the bat we're kind of loving that. But what does it actually do? Well, one of the things it does is when you play it, you may devolve 1. Oh. Cool. That's basically it. That's what it does. It devolves 1. That is to say, you take 1 Digimon of your opponent's and you essentially discard your trash, the top card of it. Now, if it's a level 3, you can't do this. And if it has no evolution sources, you can't do this. It has to be essentially, what's the word I'm looking for? It can't get a KO or win you the game, essentially. And that's a good thing, if you're playing against it. As it is, I mean, it's alright. Devolve is fun, and certainly you can build a deck around it. Again, we're saying if you're playing a Diaboromon deck, we're not playing this. Because the other Infermon reduces the cost to evolve into a Diaboromon from your hand by 1. But then again, what if you're not playing Diaboromon? Like, if you're not playing Diaboromon, then there is basically no reason whatsoever to play this card. As in the Infermon from the set. The Infermon from the set is a vanilla card, unless you're playing a Diaboromon deck, in which case you've got that extra, well, you're reducing the cost. And this one is actually 1,000 more powerful. The promo is more powerful. So I suppose a choice here essentially is, if you're playing a Diaboromon deck, you need to play Infermon, the one from Ultimate Power. If you're not playing a Diaboromon deck, there really is no reason not to play this new one. It's kind of cool. I know I should mention this is a play skill, not an evolve skill. So if you evolve up, you don't get it. You've got to play it as a 7 cost from your hand. I mean, it's alright. It's nice. I'm not loving it, if I'm honest with you. But it's a fun little card. It's going to be kind of useful against a bunch of decks. But if you really want to go devolve, I mean, why not Giga Cannon that devolves 4? Or Spider Shooter that's a 3 cost that devolves 1. Sometimes you'll only need to devolve 1. What I'm saying here is that they're fine little cards, but I'm underwhelmed by this Infermon, I think it's fair to say. But oh look, there's another Diaboromon. And right off the bat, we need to remember that I have been singing the praises of the other Diaboromon for basically the entire video so far. So if this Diaboromon is going to see play, this Diaboromon better be pretty gosh darned good. Okay, so what it does is you gain security attack +1 for each Diaboromon you have in play. Oh yeah, no, this will do very, very nicely, ladies and gentlemen. This will do very, very nicely. Remember, the other I should look at the stats, shouldn't I? So the stats here, we got an 11 cost to play normally, 3 cost to evolve, 11,000 power. If we compare that to the other Diaboromon, it is cheaper to play normally and cheaper to evolve and has more power. Bearing in mind, yes, you can use the Infermon we mentioned to actually make this a 2 cost to evolve. But this has got to see play with the other Diaboromon. The other Diaboromon, when you attack, summons a Diaboromon with 3,000 power. So what you're basically doing is just bringing out little copies of Diaboromon, and of course don't forget the other skill where if it would be destroyed, your main Diaboromon, you can delete a different Diaboromon, essentially one of your tokens instead. This is clearly a tech for that. And the weird thing is, I don't think you can play this new Diaboromon unless you're playing the other Diaboromon, which is weird. Like, the other cards in this promo pack, I've been saying, look, if you're playing a Diaboromon deck, you're not going to play it, otherwise you might. And now here, I'm the other way round, and I'm going, well, in a Diaboromon deck, it's awesome. And let's be clear, this isn't every Digimon you've got with the same name. No. It is specifically Diaboromon here. You have got to have extra Diaboromon. But let's say you've got 3 of these tokens out. That's 5 Diaboromon in total. 3 tokens plus the other one plus this one, that's 5. So you're doing security attack 6, which you'll never need, incidentally. Because it doesn't say, the translation we've got, and I'm going for Jason Snowjacks here, and the lovely DTCG review over on Twitter, and they've both got for each Diaboromon you control, not each other Diaboromon that you control. So, yeah. This looks really good. I think it's kind of a 1 or 2 of in another Diaboromon deck. You're still going to most of the time be wanting to evolve up into the other dude, the other Diaboromon, but this one absolutely has its place, and in that kind of deck, this looks awesome. But I'd like to know what you think about this and about all the cards we've looked at today, so let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy. That's where we talk Digimon and a bunch of other card games, and non-card games to be fair. And do please consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of good stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.